This is QE2's Lido self-dining buffet. QE2's restaurants were quite formal, so it was nice to have an alternative venue, and I preferred coming here for breakfast actually. And you can also take it out the back onto the teak decks and sit at a teak table for your breakfast. There's enormous, there's floor-to-ceiling windows all around here, and again almost every table has a sea view, which you don't get so often on a new ship. The room is obviously empty. The artwork's been removed for preservation, but the room is otherwise intact. And outside I'm watching people working on the railings. So it's all looking good here. This is the Mauretania restaurant on Upper Deck, the biggest restaurant on board QE2. And this is the White Horses statue by Althea White, which some passengers loved and some passengers hated. It's the 25th of April 2011 today, exactly 24 years ago today. I first dined in here in 1987 with my parents, and was absolutely blown away by the standards of the food and the service, and that's partly why I've been interested in QE2 ever since. The room is mostly intact, except the artwork's been removed for preservation. This is QE2's Caronia restaurant. This was originally the Columbia restaurant and was for first class passengers. Only the top 100 or so people dined in the grill originally, and this was the first class for the other customers and suites. The room was redecorated in the late 90s at huge expense, more than £1 million, in the Titanic style that you see here, including this grande descent, as they call it, which restaurants used to have in liners. Today it stands empty. Some of the artwork's been removed for preservation, but in general this room is completely intact and looks ready to serve lunch if they just put some tablecloths and settings on the tables. This is the Britannia Grill restaurant on the QE2. The grill restaurants were the best on the ship. It seats just over 100 people, and when I came back on board the ship in 2007 after a 21-year absence, I was absolutely blown away by the standard of food and service in here. It was absolutely one of the best dining experiences I've ever had. Now it's completely empty, but the key feature of this ship, of dining on the QE2, is absolutely evident in here, and that is these floor-to-ceiling windows running right along the side of the room. Everybody in this restaurant had a sea view, and you don't get that on modern cruise ships. This is the Princess Grill champagne bar on board the QE2 on the 25th of April 2011. This is one of the most original areas of the ship, and it's still completely intact. It's exactly as I last saw it in August 2008. I was lucky enough to dine here, so I'm going to go up and have a look at the original Princess Grill restaurant and see how it is. This is the Princess Grill restaurant on the QE2. Originally this was simply called the Grill Room and was for the 100 richest, wealthiest people on board. Over the years, the rich and famous have dined here, including Elizabeth Taylor, whose preferred seat was up here. All the seats in the restaurant have a sea view through the floor-to-ceiling windows, and down these stairs here there's an exclusive bar, which was only for the diners in this restaurant, and which then led on to their suites on one deck. The room is intact as far as I can see, and in my opinion it is essential that this room stays intact no matter what happens to the ship. It's almost completely original from 1968, and at night with the lights dimmed this room comes alive, and when I dined here in 2008 it was one of the best experiences of my life, and I hope to repeat it sometime. This is the Queen's Grill lounge on the QE2. This was only available to the very top passengers, the paying the highest rates. I could never afford to get in here when the ship was in service, but I can come in here now, okay. The room is the same as it was, except the artwork on the walls and the models and so on have been removed, and some of the light bulbs have blown, but apart from that, the room is just intact. It's fine.